Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt your legs hesitate like they weren't quite ready to carry you? Maybe it was a wobble, a small ache, or just a strange feeling in your knees that made you pause. You shook it off, thinking, it's just age catching up. But what if I told you that feeling is your body waving a red flag not to scare you, but to wake you up? See, after 60, your legs become one of the most vulnerable parts of your body, not just because of wear and tear, but because many of the dangers that weaken your legs creep in slowly and silently. You don't even notice them until something bad happens. A fall, a loss of balance, a slow decline in strength that makes getting out of bed harder than it should be. And by the time you notice, the damage has already begun. But here's the good news. Most of these dangers can be prevented, reversed even. If you know what to watch for and take small actions now, you can protect your legs, your independence, and your ability to move freely for years to come. In this video, we're going to talk about the hidden risks to your leg health after 60, the ones most people ignore because they seem too small to matter until they don't. And I want to start with one of the most common ones, sitting too long. Now, I know sitting feels harmless. After all, you've earned your rest. But sitting for long hours without moving, especially in the morning or right after, meals starts to limit blood flow. Your leg muscles don't get the oxygen they need, your joints stiffen, and your balance starts to slip. Over time, your body forgets how to move smoothly because it's just not being asked to. Even something as simple as standing up every 30 minutes, doing light stretches in the kitchen, or walking around the room a few times can make a huge difference. It's not about running marathons, it's about keeping your legs alive. Movement is a message to your body. I still need you. Keep working for me. If this message is already helpful, don't forget to subscribe right now. We talk about real issues that matter after 60 and how you can stay stronger, longer. Now let's talk about another danger that's often dismissed. Loss of muscle strength. Not the kind that happens overnight. I'm talking about the slow, quiet weakening that comes from years of not using those muscles the way you used to. You may notice your steps getting shorter. You may take longer getting up from the couch. Or maybe you avoid stairs without even realizing it. That's your body compensating for strength it's slowly losing. But it doesn't have to be that way. Muscle loss is not permanent. With light resistance exercises like walking uphill, lifting small weights, or even standing from a chair without using your hands, you can wake those muscles up again. You can build strength at any age. You just have to begin. And before we move on, go ahead and like this video and share it with someone you care about. Chances are, they're feeling the same leg fatigue and just haven't talked about it yet. Now that we've covered sitting too long and muscle loss, let's move into something that's even more dangerous because it's completely invisible. One of the most dangerous things about aging is not what we can see, it's what's happening underneath the surface. And when it comes to your legs, that's where poor circulation becomes a silent threat. You might feel it as cold feet, or maybe you've noticed your legs feeling heavier in the evenings. Sometimes there's swelling in the ankles or a strange tingling sensation, like your legs just don't want to relax. These little signs? They're your body telling you that blood isn't flowing the way it should. When circulation slows down, your legs suffer first. Your muscles aren't getting enough nutrients. Your skin might bruise more easily, and your risk of blood clots or even ulcers goes up. The scariest part? You may not feel any pain until something serious happens. But you don't have to wait for that. One of the easiest ways to improve circulation is to elevate your legs daily, just 15 minutes. Put your feet up on a cushion while you relax. Drink more water. Walk every day, even for 10 minutes. These simple actions tell your blood vessels, wake up, keep flowing. Let's talk about another overlooked danger, nerve damage, especially from conditions like diabetes or long-term inflammation. If you've ever felt burning, numbness, or pins and needles in your feet or legs, it might not just be age. It could be your nerves struggling to send signals correctly. This makes it harder to balance, harder to feel pain when you should, and much easier to fall without warning. And once nerves are damaged, it's tough to reverse, but it's not impossible to manage. Start with proper foot care. Wear comfortable shoes. Never go barefoot at home. And get your blood sugar checked, even if you've never been diagnosed with diabetes. Sometimes, we carry problems for years before they show up clearly. If this is starting to sound like things you felt or someone close to you has felt, don't wait. Subscribe to this channel now. You deserve real answers and practical help that puts your health back in your hands. Now here's something most people never talk about, but it's one of the biggest reasons for leg injuries after 60: poor footwear. I'm not talking about fancy shoes or orthopedic brands. I'm talking about wearing the wrong shoes for you, shoes that don't support your arch, don't grip the floor, or squeeze your toes so tight your circulation slows down. Even wearing slippers that slide too easily or old sneakers with worn-out soles can increase your chance of slipping, falling, or straining your legs. Your shoes are your foundation. At this stage of life, they're not just fashion, they're protection. When your legs are healthy, life feels easier. You walk with confidence, move without fear, and feel independent. But when your legs weaken, your world gets smaller. Stairs become scary. Grocery shopping becomes exhausting. Even standing to cook dinner feels like a chore. So let's not ignore these silent dangers. Let's face them together and take small steps now so we don't lose the ability to take steps later. Now, there's one more danger we need to talk about. And this one isn't about what you feel, it's about what you believe. The last danger is the one that sneaks in without pain, without swelling, and without warning. It's the belief that it's too late to do anything about it. That this is just how aging works. That weak legs, slower steps, and the fear of falling are just facts you have to accept. But that belief is a liand. It's stealing more from you than all the other dangers combined. You see, after 60, the body doesn't stop responding. It just stops responding as fast. Muscles still grow, balance can still improve, pain can be reduced. You are not too old. You are not past your prime. You're simply in a different season, and every season needs a different kind of care. That's not giving up. That's taking control. Maybe you've already had a fall. Maybe walking tires you out. Maybe your legs don't feel like they used to. But every day you wake up is one more chance to send a signal to your body. I still need you. And I'm not giving up on you yet. Start small. Walk around the house more often. Practice standing on one leg while brushing your teeth. Stretch your calves before you sit down. These aren't silly actions, they're powerful reminders to your body that you're still in charge. If this video reminded you of anything, your strength, your value, your ability to still change things, go ahead and like it and share it with someone you care about. You never know who might be struggling in silence with the same leg pain, fear, or frustration. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right now, because we're building a space here where aging doesn't mean giving up, it means getting wiser, getting stronger, and living smarter. Let's remember something important here. Strong legs don't just mean better movement. They mean more freedom. Freedom to go to the park, to walk to the mailbox, to stand and cook your favorite meal, to dance at your grandchild's wedding, to say yes to life instead of sitting it out. Don't let quiet dangers take away what makes life full. You've come too far, you've given too much, and you still have so much left to experience. Your legs are your foundation, and they deserve your attention, your care, and your love. Drop a comment below if you've noticed any of these signs in yourself or someone close to you. Your voice might help someone else realize they're not alone and they're not stuck. You've carried so many people in your life. Now it's time to carry yourself with strength, confidence, and care. Here's to strong legs, steady steps, and a life full of movement at any age.